Good evening to each and every one of you. Oh, yes, I can spot. Alaja Folake Alawiye there. Are you the very first to tune into the stream? Okay, I hope you guys, you can hear me loud and clear. Yes, you're welcome to another great show. Another great episode 145 of our usual series of the hashtag the bleeding edge. Today is without any shadow of doubt Tuesday that the Lord has made. We will all rejoice and be glad in it. It is Tuesday, the 25th day of the first month of January 2022. Guys, welcome to the stream. The temperature out there, as I can see right in front of me, is 2 degrees Celsius. I'm going to acknowledge each and every one of you, but don't forget to please share the live stream. It is very important. Yeah, we are going to dig it a little bit deeper and deeper today, because each and every day that comes by, there are new developments, new stuff coming up from all quarters, left, right, and center. Yes, guys, you're welcome. The time in London is 2022 today, Tuesday, 25th day of the first month of January 2022. Steve Osagie. Yes, I can spot you there. Thank you. You said lovely heart. James Coker. Baba T. I beg. Baba T. Mada Igbo Similapo. I've got enough problem that I am taking care of. And I don't want any other extras to be incorporated into all my problems. I'm not a politician. I don't intend to go into politics. I've never been drawn into politics. None of my family are into politics. And obviously, it is not my bread and butter. Guys, share it. Alaja Folake Alawiye, yes, I can see you're the very first person. Because you tune into the stream at exactly 29 seconds. Yes, 29. You were followed by Baba T at 21, and then Steve Osage 2018-07, then followed by James Coker 2020-47, and then again Steve Osage, obviously due to your comments, 2020-27. Yes, Val Ojo, I can see you watching the stream on HALLO magazine, but you're not commenting. You're watching the live stream from HALLO magazine's feed. I can see you there. You're not commenting, but I've seen you coming in. Unless and otherwise you're someone who is polemic, that's when I'm not going to mention your name. Yeah, we've got many of those polemic individuals that comes in and they keep an eye on what is happening from this end of the dispatch box. Yes, episode 145 of our usual series, hashtag the bleeding edge. Yeah, that's exactly what we want to talk about today. You see, Christ opened my eyes so that I can see those things that I was unable to see before. Speak through my mouth. I know that whatever comes out of my mouth has been ordained by you, and no man can change it because the word is spirit. And out of that word, the white folks will say sound. Out of that sound, the translated to word, that's how you created everything that is beautiful beneath and above. You said, your word does not return back to you void. The moment it is spoken, it is out there. Because it is spirit. And we truly believe that the word is spirit. Let me first of all start before we go into the nitty-gritty of what we have to say. Babati. Babati. This outfit, they make ladies sweat. Oh. You are a tormentor. Babati, I can see that. You are a troublemaker and you are a tormentor. Guys, share it. You need to do that. Yes, because if you don't do that, some people are dying for this information. Let me first of all start by saying that I watched a particular clip. I'll be very brief on this. That clip that I watched, see, I was a little bit disturbed because I don't really know how some people will take it. But either Christianity or Islam or our own traditional religion or other religions of the world from both the Far East and the other parts of the world. I'm referring to the Buddhist, the Hinduist, and the rest of them. The fact that they accepted the presence of a supernatural being, a being that is far more superior to us. Because we all came into this plane of existence not by our own making, but by the making of someone that is far more superior than us. And we have to accept that fact. See, one thing I'll never do in my life is to speak evil of any of the prophets. I say, speak evil of any of the prophets that God himself said he will continue to send into the world. Because the clip I watched, to which I won't say what part of the contraption called Location 9 that person comes from. But in my entire whole life, I feel a little bit disturbed that someone who claimed he was born into Christianity, accepted to which the parents perhaps dedicated him to Christ from the very moment he was born. If I'm pretty sure if some parents are Muslims, they will do the same dedication to Allah from the Islamic point of view. I don't have any problems with that. And if it is the traditional religion, they probably take the same child to the shrine, otherwise known. Shrine is the temple from the traditional point of view, for dedication as well. But because some people that, as a matter of fact, continue to abuse the presence of Christianity or Islam or the traditional religion in our lives, believe one religion is superior to the other, those caliber of people I cannot stand. And I cannot stand where someone will discredit one form of religion to the other. No, I can't stand that. Now, I watched with a very sad mind how this person that came from southern Nigeria torn apart the Holy Bible and then set the Holy Scripture on fire, claiming it is the white Jesus and that the white Jesus is not helping them. Let me tell you, I feel a little bit sorry for that person from southern Nigeria who ripped apart the Holy Bible, a holy scripture that's been handed down to man as the book of life, to which personally, although the Bible that we use today is currently incomplete, yes, some extremely powerful portions contained inside the Holy Bible has been taken out completely because they so much contain some secrets, a lot of secrets that you can either use for good or for bad. But if you know what to do, those part of the Holy Bible that's been taken off deliberately because they're so powerful, you can still get them because they're still out there. You just have to open up your eyes. Time after time, I'm not going to lie to people, I have resorted and I've turned to the Bible, to the Holy Bible, for spiritual rejuvenation. And I've used countless of times some of those chapters, verses, especially the book of Psalms, in heavy prayers, with perhaps fasting, sometimes white fasting, sometimes 3 days continuously without drinking, eating, no salt, no palm oil, no oil, nothing. Chastise myself. That's if I want to go into that serious spiritual occupation, because I know I am very, very deeply spiritual. I feel very sorry for that person. That person is from southern Nigeria. I'm not going to mention what part of southern Nigeria that person came from. This is just a word of advice to that person. If that person is ignorant, let me ask, why is it that the witches and the wizards, even in Nigeria, why are they scared of the name Jesus? Why? There's a saying in Christianity that at the mention of that name, every knees must bow. You see, I looked at this same man and I began to question myself if, because Jesus in Islam is Isa, Prophet Isa is Jesus Christ in the Holy Quran. So how come the Islamic sector paid due diligence and respect to Prophet Isa, and they took Prophet Isa extremely serious? But the Christians, whose name they tend to propagate, and the followers of those who claimed they are followers of Christ, make mockery of the name of Jesus. It's not just that ludicrous human being who torn apart the Holy Bible and then set the Holy Bible on fire. Your politicians as well are not excluded from this horrible act. I remembered once, and I want to remind you, you remember your former president Olusegun Obasanjo even utter blasphemy against Jesus Christ, that even if Jesus Christ should come down from heaven, he cannot conduct credible, free and fair elections in Nigeria. Obasanjo said it. You see, this is why I respect the Islamic people quite a lot, because they take no nonsense from anyone who will ridicule Prophet Muhammad. You do that, they will put a fatwa on your head. You destroy the Holy Quran, or you burn the Holy Quran on fire, and you showed it publicly that you destroyed or you burnt the Holy Quran on fire, they call for your head. I beg, for those of us who are Christians, if you know you are a genuine Christians and you are in your dreams and you've got the Spirit of Christ imbibed in you, and the same Christ Spirit in you goes with you when you retired at the end of the day to go into your sleep, God forbid, you are seriously attacked when your defenses are weak in your sleep. Although there are those angels guiding you, depending on how you are clean and you interact spiritually with your malaikas. Angels are malaikas. Because when you are sleeping and when you are truly a clean person and your mind is clean and pure, you don't have to be bothered or be worried when you go to sleep, because they are there watching over you. And when you are under an attack in your sleep, those with the Spirit of Christ in them The moment you mention Jesus, you're set free. Let me tell you a story. And this happened in my dreams. Yes, in 2014, 2015, you heard. I was one of those people that actually saw the goodness in Muhammadu Buhari because I saw potentials in him as at that time. I saw the way Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was running the country that was audible to the deaf and physical to the blind. That was not the way a country should be run. I had no choice but to seek solace in the real, authentic Muhammadu Buhari, not the fake latex silicon one in Asorok right now. I did my best. I was never paid, but I just wanted the very best of everything for my people that are back at home. I don't want them to be living on handouts. Some of you will remember this. When this man said this in 2014. Nigerians, the only way to have steady light and fuel is to remove Goodluck Jonathan. And I promise you 6 months, Nigeria will be swimming in crude oil and fuel. Buhari will pay you all 5,000 naira monthly, perhaps unemployment benefit. We call it dole. We call it gyro here, monthly for being jobless. Fine. Our youths will be gainfully employed with our 3 million jobs a year. Although all this captivated me. But the question I was asking as at that time that many people were not asking was, where is the money coming from? How are you going to raise the funds? Okay, fine. Perhaps they want to use oil money to fund everything. Fine. The people, they've never benefited from that. So if you want to use oil money just to clear off all the mess that all these moronic elements created in the last 62 years, perhaps, yes, that would be lovely. I supported wholeheartedly the real, authentic Muhammadu Buhari in 2014. And knowing fully well that, oh yes, believing the fact that it can still be salvaged. We can still salvage that country. We can turn things around for good. Because my mind was inside, I tell you what, IBB was not comfortable. Although IBB wanted Goodluck Ebele Jonathan back, but he wasn't comfortable with Muhammadu Buhari because of unsettled scores between them. I know that. And because I wanted, and I was particularly after transparencies and good governance, I've been an advocate of good governance a long time. Alistair Shoyode, the CEO of Ben Television and a former presidential aspirant in 2019, and I believe he's still nursing the ambition to go back and recontest in 2023. I don't know how he's going to do it. All of them, inclusive of Tunde Alabi, who is in Nigeria at the moment with AIT, they all know for a fact that I have always been an advocate and a believer of transparency, accountability in democratic activities. But because my spirit and everything in my fibers, my body, my blood, the water in my everything in me was devoted to that cause. You think the same God does not see what you and I are doing? Anything that we do in secret, he sees. He sees. You think he doesn't see everything? He sees everything. Immediately, Buhari was sworn in 2015. I slept. I'm telling you this story so that you see exactly how things are. I slept one of the nights, and bam, I was in the dream world. I found myself inside Asorok in the dreams, sitting on the floor with Muhammadu Buhari and some of his aides that were newly elected as at that time. I don't know why. And then I knew there were problems because Nigeria was riddled with so many fraud, and there are so many investigations that people will have to make to clear off the mess that was done to that country. As I was on the floor with authentic Muhammadu Buhari, the pile of documents in front of us that Muhammadu Buhari was throwing at me was enormous, guys, in the dreams. And as I was chatting with the real authentic Muhammadu Buhari at the time in the dreams, this was dreams, not a life pattern. As those documents were handed over to me, then I started sorting those documents out, referencing them one by one. And as we were doing that, in the middle of nowhere, I'm telling you the story. This was a dream. IBB just walked in through the main door and then saw me right in front of Muhammadu Buhari, and then with all the papers that I was trying to sort out. And guess what? IBB just pulled out his pistol from his pocket and aimed the pistol at me. And where things happened very rapidly for me was because Christ, Jesus, dwell inside me. I just said instantly, without any, not being conscious, instantly in the dreams, I just shout, in the name of Jesus. And straight as I said, in the name of Jesus, I woke up to the real life. I woke up to life from that dreams. And down on my knees in the middle of that night, I then prayed to my Father who art in heaven. Christ, Jesus, dwell inside me. If Christ Jesus never dwelled inside me, perhaps it would have been disastrous. And then for someone to now rip apart the Holy Scriptures and then begin to make a mockery of a name that is above all names. I just hope some people will not end up so badly the way they never expected, or the mere fact that the Yorubas will say in some of their proverbs, a ó bẹ ẹ̀ṣẹ́ bàbá wò ní ara ọmọ láti ìran kìíní dé I don't know how many generations. Bóyá ìran kẹsàn-án ni or what, the 7th generations. Episode 145 of The Bleeding Edge is what we are treating today. Yes, episode 145 of The Bleeding Edge. Yes, is what we are dealing with today. If you've just joined us on the stream, guys, you are welcome. Alajoshwalade Oladoshwalakufo, Mary Nadi, good evening. Mary Nadi, you said, Mr. Frank, you can't blame him. All the fake men and women of God has put him in that position. I know that. You think I was not a victim of the same men and women of God? I was a victim. But it is not for him to judge them. Look, God will judge each and every one of us. It is not for him. Daranijo Juwon, good evening. Yeah, you've not really missed much. Daranijo Juwon. Love Doris, good evening. Amina Olayinka, you said you're not carrying 4th generation. Thank you for that. Okay, very, very quickly. I started this. Will there be any 2023 in Nigeria? I ignited that. Not many people saw that, but I ignited that last year. But before we treat that, let me quickly run you through some of the stuff that is really making rounds at the moment. You remember very well that retired General Abdusalam Abubakar, that man there, next to Sani Abacha, in the bottom frame, 4th from right from Ibrahim Babangida, who ruled Nigeria from the 9th day of the 6th month of June 1998 to the 29th day of May 1999. Made it known in an interview the circumstances that led to the death of MKO Abiola. That man there. You can clearly see Abiola himself with Abacha, and behind Abiola in that picture, you can clearly see Shongodele Yekini Shangodele, otherwise referred to as Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You can see him. See, you can clearly see he's been an occultic man a long time and a ritualist. Now, Yemi Foluke, good evening. I can spot you. You're watching the stream on HALLO magazine Facebook feed with Amina Olayinka and Love Doris. Same, Helen Obafemi. I can see you as well. I can see all of you. You're not commenting, but I can see you. Now, I saw that. Abdulsalam granted that interview and then explained the circumstances behind MKO Abiola's death. MKO Abiola's children, they've responded. They've responded. Whether it's going to be positive or negative, I wait to see the outcome, because you know quite well that 369 was founded on a fraudulent foundation. It was founded on lies. It was founded on deception. And I want somebody to please prove me wrong. That was not the case. That from the very moment 369, three completed cycle of 60 years in a country located on a latitude and longitude 9 of the coordinates of the world, to which everything about the nation, number 9 Northumberland Avenue, your country code 234, 2 plus 3 plus 4, 9. You've got 774 local governments. 7 plus 7 plus 4 equals 18. 1 plus 8 equals 9. The name itself, Nigeria, after collapsed, like I've proven many, many times, is 9. Fraudulent foundation. And since that period, exactly in the 3 years of the completed 63 completed cycles of 60 years, 1960 to 2020, 60 years after independence. Listen, this is what they give you. That's what you get, because they know that that's exactly what you deserve. They gave you that, and that, and that, and this, and this. And none of you can complain. None of you complain. No. Everyone. I'm going to show you some stuff. I've got loads of them for you. But before we do that, Abiola's children, they countered Abdulsalam Abubakar on their father's death. Abiola himself was part and parcel of the problem of Nigeria. He was probably one of the biggest benefactor. A lot of the resources that rightfully belonged to every Nigerian was pocketed by him, just like Bola Ahmed Tinubu pocketed everything from Lagos. And guess what? Guess what? The same Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I gathered, that same Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Sanwo-Olu had already, guess what? Had already approved 2.9 billion naira from the taxes collected in Lagos towards his presidential ambition. You heard. But in the meantime, the Fulanis, they've not stopped killing your Obas. It's now gone. They've now gone a step further, because we gathered thugs, whether they are the Yoruba people themselves or whether this is the beginning of the revolution, hashtag revolution, that's been looming on the nation. But thugs invaded Olu of Agodo's palace, burnt him to death and his 3 children. Nobody, they're not safe, because what they were supposed to do, they failed to discharge their social responsibilities towards their citizens. And I saw this a long time. Nigeria, in an ocean, not pool of blood, ocean filled with blood. That was how I saw it. And poor people screaming, suffering. I saw this long time. And that's why God perfected the works of my life, the works of my hand, that I'm able to express, write, and then provide graphics to showcase and to buttress all my arguments to you. Let me show you this. This was Hong Kong in 1955. Remember, you can clearly see the double-decker bus. You can clearly see that. You can clearly see that bus that we called Route Master in England. And we had similar buses as well in Lagos when the British were ruling. Hong Kong was a British colony in 1955, just like Nigeria was a British colony, to which we enjoyed the same things, the same paved road that you've seen in 1955 in Hong Kong. Nigeria was no different to Hong Kong in the sense that Nigeria equally benefited from the British when they were ruling. For instance, our Tafawa Balewa Square, you can clearly see how beautiful Lagos was. No, not Tafawa Balewa Square, Tinubu Square. Excuse me. And you can clearly see the CBN, the Central Bank of Nigeria, left of the square. See? And the same thing. Lagos, 1960. Lagos, just immediately after independence. Hong Kong, 1955. Now, let me try and make matter worse for you. Look at this. This was Beijing in 1955. Compare Beijing in China, 1955. Compare Beijing with Hong Kong in 1955 to mainland China. Same year, same time, same period. China, Beijing in 1955. Beijing in 1955. You can clearly see that. Yeah. Beijing in 1955. Beijing, 1955. Okay? 1955. Hong Kong, 1955. We're talking about 67 years ago, guys. 67 years. Beijing, 1955. Now, this two same location you are looking at in 67 years, this is how Beijing looks like in 2021. Well, 66 years. Beijing subway in 2021. Beijing 2021. 67 years. From this and this to this and to this, you can clearly see that the difference is clear. And then their subway too. Let's look at this. Kigali, Rwanda. That's what you're looking at, an African nation, Kigali. Now, who were engaged in serious civil war a couple of years ago. Look at the country, Kigali today. Kigali today. Kigali today. As opposed to what? See, these two leaders, they could have done well as well. They could have changed the tide. But you see, all of them combined, they don't mean well for you. If these leaders mean well for you, those children will be taken care of. But because they don't really mean well for you, inclusive of him, Abiola, that was one of the biggest beneficiary of the fraudulent Location 9. They were not thinking about this lot today, yesteryears. Which was why the late Alhaji Aminu Kano, presidential candidate of the PRP, People's Redemption Party, from Kano, said Nigeria will know no peace until the son of a nobody can become somebody without knowing anybody, and there can be no peace. I repeat, there can be no peace. And why there can be no peace is because These children that they were supposed to cater for, this is how they treat their father. That could easily have given birth to those children, but this is how they treat them. And this is why I present my own intellectual argument based on the fact that we've been misruled 60 years after the United Kingdom gave us independence. And as such, my own argument presents the need to break up Nigeria. How that will be done, we don't have to crack ourselves up, because we're already cracking ourselves up anyway. The whole of that nation is full of fraudsters. Nigeria does not command any respect that it ought to command. Many of the agitators agitating for the same Yoruba nation, Oduduwa Republic, they've destroyed everything. The agitation is in limbo at the moment. Guess what? Because of bad communication. Because bad communication ends a lot of good things. Now, I gathered, they're now asking Yorubas in the diaspora to now start contributing £5. I gathered this was displayed on Mayegun's Diaries show in Scotland. These are fraudsters. We don't need that. There is money in Yoruba land. If any war should break out in Yoruba land today, I have been assured there is money in Yoruba land. Yes, some of the money that is tied up in Yoruba land are directly linked to some of the people that are in power. But then and again, those that are committed and they know exactly the problems that we face, because they see things like this and they are not comfortable. You heard. They see things like this. They're not comfortable. They see this. Yeah. They see that. They see that. They're not comfortable. Some of you are comfortable. I'm still going to show you some clip. And that was why I said, will there be any 2023 in Nigeria? You knowing fully well that in 60 years, that's what you get. Human beings being roast alive. Human beings, not animals, being roasted live on the street. I hope all those Yoruba who call themselves Yoruba agitators are seeing this from a more sensible angle. You may ask, I once went through this. What is stupidity? Your leaders, are they stupid? You that you claim to be a true bona fide Nigerian, are you stupid? You that you claim to be an Igbo person, you that you claim to be a Middle Belter, you that you claim to be a Yoruba person, are you stupid? What is stupidity? The answer, as you can rightly see in front of your screen, stupidity is knowing the truth glaring at you in your face, your korokoro face, and you are looking at it, you're saying the truth, that this is the truth, but you still believe the lies they're throwing at you. And that's why I came up with that. Bad communication ends a lot of good things. Many people inside the Yoruba agitation now sees everything that Frank Bello saw to quench many. Not nearly, they crucified me. Many does not like the way truth is being dispatched from this end of the dispatch box. Hey, Frank is a winner, winner. Frank is a winner, winner. I'm a winner. They were looking at the truth. They've seen the truth, but they believe the lies, the fraud, and the deception, which was why when I first came live on my stream, my very first show was, God, did black man love his fellow black man? The answer, no. And because the white race sees the fact that black people don't love their own people, that was why they capitalize on the fact that you did not love your own people, and as such you even sell them into slavery. White man came all the way from Europe and then gave you shinap, liquor, intoxicating liquor, in exchange for your people. Not one liquor, 50 people. And you think the white man is stupid? Slave trade. Look, the next word after slave, trade. The next word after slave, trade. So trade simply means business. They never packed your people free of charge. Yes, we may term that as a barter, exchanging goods for goods. The white man came with umbrella, intoxicating liquor, gramophone, plates, to which you guys, you even had the knowledge to make armor, to use armor, mud, to make better plates for yourselves. Clay, to make better plates that is far more superior than the white man's plate that they'll give to you. That was what the white men saw. And then they slipped the Holy Bible. Yes, the Holy Bible, good book, slipped the Holy Bible into your hands. What they did to us, they tried it in Asia with the Indians, the Pakistans. They rejected them. They rejected all their offers. The Indians especially rejected the white man's religion, rejected the white man's clothes, rejected their food, rejected everything they offered them. Guess what the Indians took away from the white man? They took education and technology. Did you hear that? Indians took education and technology. They said, our own religion, don't go there. We have our own religion. But their education and their technology, they took, and that's why India is ruling today. If you don't know, that's why India is excelling. Because they took the best two things from the white race: education and technology. And that's why today in India produces the greatest, I repeat, the greatest and the greatest programmers in the world. Yeah. Some of the finest, the best, and the greatest programmers in the world are in India. They've got their own problems too. They've got issues, but the parliamentary system of government that the British handed over through to them from their inception is what India is still practicing today. And that's why they are one country. They've got different languages as well, but they've managed their country so well. But the greed by the black race, the greed and the lack of love for their fellow human beings, their fellow black people, is the bane of your problem. You cannot tell me your politicians, all this your leaders, all these people that bled your country to death. They've literally bled Nigeria to death. Nigeria is in ICU at the moment, intensive care unit. They've bled the country to death. That's why you have that. You have that. You have this. You have this. You have all these terrible, gory pictures, all this. You see, a baby, perhaps now a big girl, during Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's period, ripped, whose leg was ripped open by bomb. That, Hong Kong. See? And then here. And that. Somebody said, honestly speaking, seeing what Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates, UAE, are doing with their oil money makes me wonder if Nigeria is selling coconut oil. Guess what? If the Sultan of Sokoto can come out blatantly and openly to tell the world that if Nigeria should divide, he will lose his, only heaven knows how many oil blogs, over 20 oil blogs. Owned by just one man. I promised you guys it's going to be naughty today. Yes, Yemi Foluke, good evening. Ife Ikem Wobodo, good evening. Yes. Yemi Foluke, Nigeria is going backward, according to you. John Utuk, yeah, let me post some of your comments. Nigeria is going backward. Yes, indeed. John Utuk, greetings. Alex White, good evening. Yes, Alex White. India took education and technology really. Wow. You see, that's why. Alex White, I'm seeing your name for the first time. Are you one of my new addition? Or is this your first time coming to the stream? Yes. You see, this is where knowledge is well taken care of. And the wealth of knowledge and the wealth of resources that is here is being given out to you free of charge. Oh yes. It's being given out to you free of charge. Yes, it is. Okay. Yes, news in its purest form. Yes, yes. Today, ladies and gentlemen, is Tuesday, the 25th day of the first month of January 2022. Yes, the time in London is 21:27 London time. The temperature is 2 degrees Celsius, and we are dealing with episode 145 of the hashtag The Bleeding Edge. Welcome if you've just joined us. I'm yours, truly, Frank Bello. I'm your host, and we're still going to dissect a little bit more. And just as we dissect many of this information one after the other, I want to indulge you lot to please fasten your seatbelt as you sail away with me. Listen to this. I got this earlier today. Listen to this. Excuse me.
Video tí mo send yìí ní voice dẹ̀ ni èèyàn kan ló send ẹ̀ ó lè jẹ́ ó lè jẹ́ òótọ́ o but ó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi o ó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi o Ọlọ́run ló ní kí n wálé o.
Listen to that.
Gbogbo savings tí mò ń save tí mò ń send this account mo dẹ̀ ní bank manager tó ń bá mi monitor ẹ̀.
You hear that?
Àfi bí mo ṣe délé tí mo lọ sí First Bank Ìṣàgá lójú Ẹlẹ́gbà nọ́bà lèmi kọ́ ni mo ní àkáǹtì mo fi passbook wọ̀n mo fi transaction owó tí mo san last kí n tó dé mo fi closing balance iye tó wà lákáǹtì mi.
Okay, let's try it again. Let's try it again. Let me do it this way. Okay. Yes.
Video tí mo send yìí bí voice dẹ̀ ni èèyàn kan ló send ẹ̀ ó lè jẹ́ ó lè jẹ́ òótọ́ o but ó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi o ó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi o Ọlọ́run ló ní kí n wálé o. Gbogbo savings tí mò ń save tí mò ń send this account mo dẹ̀ ní bank manager tó ń bá mi monitor ẹ̀. Àfi bí mo ṣe délé tí mo lọ sí First Bank Ìṣàgá lójú Ẹlẹ́gbà nọ́bà lèmi kọ́ ni mo ní àkáǹtì mo fi passbook wọ̀n mo fi transaction owó tí mo san last kí n tó dé mo fi closing balance iye tó wà lákáǹtì mi mo sọ gbogbo ẹ̀ fún wọn ó correct. Ẹ wo ojú ọkùnrin ló wà lórí àkáǹtì mi. Passbook tí mo mú dání picture tèmi ló wà.
Hold on, guys. Let me get something sorted out here first. Let me tune that off, and let me do that, and let me see. Yes, let's carry on. Okay, I'm going to do this. Okay, we've lost it. I'll have to get that back on once again. Okay, now here we are.
Bank manager mi ó bá ní wọ́n ti transfer òun kúrò ńbẹ̀.
Yes.
Kò mọ tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ mọ́. Ẹ wo, mo fẹ́ ya wèrè sí báǹkì yìí. Gbogbo wèrè ni mo ṣe. Wọ́n ní mi ò lè rí ẹni tó wà ńbẹ̀ pé confidential. Mo ní òkú máa sùn bí lẹ́nìí. Bí gbogbo èèyàn ṣe jáde nìyẹn tí bank manager tó wà ńbẹ̀ jáde náà bá ní wọ ọ́fíìsì. Ìgbà tó máa ṣí wọn mí báyìí, ọkùnrin tí mo rí ńbẹ̀ mi ò mọ̀ rí. Mo ní ta leléyìí. Wọ́n ní kí n dákẹ́ kí n ṣe sùúrù àwọn ayanjú ẹ̀. Ẹ wo wèrè tí mo tú sílẹ̀ kéèyàn ṣe wàhálà nílùú òyìnbó kó mọ ánsẹ́ni owó ẹ̀ sílé kéèyàn kan wá ní òun gbéra òun fi ń jẹ pẹpẹ súpù àbí kí nìyẹn sọ pé òun owó olówó ṣe àwọn fi lọ club. Can you imagine? Ọkọ̀ wọn dẹ̀ gbé àyà wọn gbé àfikọ́ lọ́n ṣàánú wa ní Nàìjíríà o. Ó ní bank manager mọ̀ sí àwọn ATM àbí kí ló pè wọ́n àwọn tẹlifóònù àwọn ẹ̀yìn náà mọ̀ sí níbo la wá ń lọ báyìí. Ta ló fẹ́ gbà wálẹ̀ tó ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sábúrò mi recently nílọrin o. Ọmọ ọlọ́mọ tó gba àjọ ní Friday 600,000 ó dẹ̀ bọ́ sépò ló máa wá ń rajà àfi bó ṣe níbẹ̀ náà ti wọ́ owó lọ. Ẹ wò ó tiẹ̀ fẹ́ para ẹ̀ ni. Ó fẹ́ para ẹ̀ nítorí nígbà tó lọ sí báǹkì GTB ṣe náà ní kò sí kankan táwọn lè ṣe sí. Kọ́lọ́run ṣàánú wa o. A láti wá bí èèlò kan lásáré pé wá wájọ. Ta tún dá owó fún ọmọ yìí. Toró lòun ṣáà máa para òun ni. Ẹ̀yin náà imagine àwọn ọlọ́mọ tó ń struggle 600,000 kọ́ dẹ̀ wọ́ lọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà. Nàìjíríà. Ọlọ́run nìkan ló lè ṣàánú wa àmọ́ bá ṣe lè ṣe báyìí mọ́ o. Kówó èèyàn tún máa save ní báǹkì ẹ̀. Kówó èèyàn máa save ní báǹkì ẹ̀. Bí rọ́bò tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sémi o lè mí ṣí àyàn Ọlọ́run máa fi ṣọ́ ẹ̀ṣọ́ gbogbo wa o.
What do you think is the root cause of that? See, the last time I played a similar tape. I played this for you the last time. Let me see. Yeah, this one. I played you this one, and I want you to please listen to this once again, and then we will talk. I played this the last time. Now, please watch this. Listen to it very carefully again.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ gbogbo ilé o, Jùmọ̀gùn Bárakú. Fídíò tí mo send yìí, bí voice dẹ̀ ni. Èèyàn kan ló send ẹ̀. Ó lè jẹ́ ó lè jẹ́ òótọ́ o.
Not this one. Not this one. Not this one. Not this one. It is not this one. Let me stop. Let me stop it. I think it is not that one that I want. It is let me see. Yeah, I think it is this one. It is that one.
The bank, do you know how to remove your money?
Yeah.
I deal with bank manager, not someone like you.
Bank managers? What are bank managers to deal with?
I deal with all the bank managers. No bank manager.
Listen to that.
Oh, okay. No, any bank manager you can't talk to.
Yeah,
Everyone used to be saying that, and you saying Nigeria is not good. How do you expect Nigeria to be good? See, Franca.
Yes, so you have to hold your bank responsible instead of you calling and be talking to me.
I should hold my bank responsible. My bank will teach you how to be fraud?
Yes.
Oh my God.
How did I get your details? It's the bank that gave it to me. So do I have problem? I don't have business with you.
My God, you still have the F-on-3.
I will tell you the truth. Even you come with, I don't care, with battalions, I will still say it, and I will say it. And moreover, they can't even come to my gates, not to talk of to end.
You hear that?
I can't come to your gate. You mean it?
See, for the full Nigeria, anywhere, the 36 states, you people are too small. Even Buhari is too small.
You hear that?
Nneka, you still have the boundary to be telling me that in my own personal account, my money, you still have the boundary to be talking to me like that?
I didn't make a thing to your Wema bank. It's your GT. I didn't even go to your Wema bank.
Hey, you sent the money to the Wema bank?
Yeah.
You sent the money to the Wema bank and you're not telling me that I don't have the right to call you, I don't have the right to talk about my money? You sent my fucking 6 million naira? Is it your father that did the work to me to have that 6 million?
See, that is the problem. That, you see, Nigerians inside Nigeria scamming Nigerians. See, before used to be Europeans, Americans, Australians, Japanese, Germans that were under the hammer, and now they've blocked everything, and the Western world continue to block everything. Now, the Western world, they know the problems you have. If you think they don't know the problems you have, because they know that the problems you have is due to bad governance. They know that the problem you have lies with these people. These people. And since you guys ain't doing anything to it, I'm afraid there's nothing the rest of the world can do to help you. They know. They know your problems. They know the root cause of your problem. But you are not helping yourselves either. You're not. You guys hate yourselves so passionately that you steal even from yourselves. I don't even know whether that guy is a 4192, and then you see they keep mobile phone providers working in unison with the banks, and all of them are in the fraud because the bank staff will get his own cut, the guy from the telecommunications company will get his own cut as well, his own share. That's how it works in a nation that is fraudulent and is caused by them lot. See, I rearranged that, and I think I've used that once before, and then brought that here. 62 years of misrule, and now they're now shouting 2023. Look at all of them. Ara ló máa san pa gbogbo àwọn tó ṣì wà láyé nínú wọn. I will never pray for these guys, those that are still living, because they turned a country under God into the hell on the surface of this planet. You heard. Now, let's try and see. Let me take you through this. Okay, let's see this. Yes, let's quickly check what's happening from the other side, and let's see, because I got a few, clips as well that came to my possession, and I thought, oh, we need to get some of them out into the open. So let's see what we have in store here, because some of them are too shameful. Too shameful. If you're still proud of Nigeria, you remember I showcased in the last experiment. The last experiment, Dubai versus Nigeria, and what the UAE did in 50 years. Yes, in 50 years. Now, this is very disturbing, and I got this from someone who sent me Hamzat Odiyomi's clip. Just as I saw that, I was really shedding tears. But before we do that, now, please have a look at this, because this is the current situation of things on ground in Location 9, Nigeria Today, 2023. That is the state of your union, 62 years. Very shameful. Nepa man. Nepa man in trouble. Years of darkness. "62 years of darkness. Go after dreams, not people." Yes, they ought to go after dreams and not the people. And I got this particular one today. This is very disturbing. It clearly demonstrates the gory pictures of the poverty, the suffering, the punishment that's been meted out to people. Very, very shameful. Very, very shameful. Watch this. You see, this is very, very current today, ladies and gentlemen. Very current. Oriyomi Hamzat, to him, credits due to him. See? You know what? These were the people that used their own hands to bring those moronic elements to power. Look at the way they're suffering. See, this is poverty in the land. Poverty in the land. Where are the jobs? The 3 million jobs a year Bola Tinubu promised this lot that they will create. Where is the 5,000 naira gyro money they promised them? This is Ibadan 2023, January 2023. Today. Ajimobi Road, Ladoja Road, Lam Additional Road. This is Sheyi Makinde's home state of Oyo State in Ibadan. No other place in 2023. You see that? See Oriyomi Hamzat, perplexed, confused with the extreme poverty he's just witnessed. You see that? You see that? You see that? 2023. This is Ibadan, ladies and gentlemen. Sheyi Makinde's state of Oyo State. Extreme poverty. People living below extreme poverty. When you live below extreme poverty, this is exactly. Now please tell me, where is the love for the people? Do they love their own people? Do they love them? See? This is why they are angry with the social media, because the mainstream television will not stream all this. They won't show all this. 2023 60 to 2022, 62 years, 62 years after independence, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a country that is filled with shame, filthy, and a nation that should have been wiped out from the surface of the planet. Look at how they treat their own citizens. Look at the life. This is the life of extreme poverty. Extreme poverty. See? Please tell me. Go on. You are still alive. Obasanjo, you are still alive. Abdusalam Abubakar, you are still alive. Ibrahim Babangida, you are still very much alive. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, you are still very much alive. All of you are still alive. This is exactly what you have created. This is the life, extreme poverty you have created. That is exactly what they have created. This lot. Go on. You're still alive. Obasanjo, you're still very much alive. Ibrahim Babangida, you're still very much alive. Abdusalam Abubakar, you're still very much alive. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, surely you're still very much alive. I'm not too sure of a fake dodgy latex silicone Muhammadu Buhari that they've placed inside Asarok. But this is the mess. This is the contraption. That's the mess you've created in 62 years. God is not happy with you, all of you, and there is a special place for you that's been reserved purposely, I repeat, spiritually, for you, Lord, because those people shouldn't have lived that life that they're living. They deserve better. And now, you want them to now believe in all the garbages you've been promising them all these years, rather than throw in an elections in 2023. Please, in the name of God, throw in a referendum. Replace the 2023 elections with a referendum. Let each regions in that country, the 4 regions, Midwest was created out of a referendum. Let them decide through a referendum in 2023 whether they want to go their separate ways or whether they want to remain as one. Please, from what I sense coming, it's going to be brutal. It's going to be brutal. Let me see if I can find one of this lot. Before I do that, actually, yeah, let's go with this one. Yeah, let me get you this one. Listen to this.
Nigeria cannot be great. A country where the primary mission of a politician is to make money and more of it. Where politicians loot public funds without fear of recriminations. Have you ever thought about where they started? Two young guys connive, kill, and dump the remains of a delivery man in a suckaway after placing order for 2 iPhones.
See that?
Does that headline sound familiar? Here is a country where greed runs in the blood of the citizens. Don't be quick to declare yourself saint. When at parties, you are used to collecting souvenir 3 times under the pretense of having non-existent neighbors beside you. When visiting an office, you cite free candies. Instead of picking a piece or 2, you fill your purse to the brim. After all, you care less about who else comes visiting same place after you. At the buffet party, we want the taste of everything in large portions. Our plates look scary even to us. We know fully well that we don't need so much, but the greed in us won't let us give any consideration to the next person. The fast food restaurants that prefer using rotten pepper and then sell the food at high prices. The building developer that uses low quality building materials in erecting the building that ends up killing innocent people. The house agent that heaps an unbelievable amount under the tag, agreement and commission. What about bus drivers and bike men that hike fares just because the bus stops seem crowded with commuters? An employee who takes lavish vacations at the expense of his employer by claiming that the vacations are business trips, even when they really aren't. We all have something in common. Greed. If you have selfish, greedy, ignorant citizens, you are going to get selfish, greedy, ignorant leaders. Nigeria cannot be great until there is a total redirection of our mindset. Until then, Nigeria cannot be great.
Yes. You've seen that? Can it be great? No, sir. That greatness, the greatness, long gone. Long gone. I swear. Long gone. See, when you have a situation whereby Bola Tinubu and many of those moronic leaders continue to deceive you year in, year out, 1999 to date, 30 something years, what have they provided? What's the dividends of democracy from 1999 to date, 30 years, to prove to Nigerians and to prove to the world that yes, we are responsible people? You struggle for electricity. All your roads are decapitated. Nothing to show for it. I repeat, nothing that will make you proud as a Nigerian. Nothing will make you proud. They keep lying to you year in, hear out, and then make no mistakes. Then you get moronic men of God and Islamic clerics that will fool you. Classic example. Here is one. You see? You hear that? You see that? Is this not blasphemy? I'm coming back to comment on this. You can clearly see a white garment church. I don't know whether it's white garment or a combination. That made me sick to the head. This, I'm sorry to have to tell you guys, this caliber, àwọn èèyàn tó tán láwọn èèyàn Ọlọ́run tán dẹ̀ rí òtítọ́ tó ń face wọn kòrókòró like this, and they cannot preach over that in the pulpit. Ṣé àwọn wèrè tó ń sọ pé àwọn ń gbàdúrà fún Bọ́lá Tinubu yìí tó ń pera wọn ní èèyàn Ọlọ́run, ṣé àwọn ò rí nǹkan tí ẹ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ rí tán yìí ni, tí Oríyọmí Hamzat tó ṣe ní orílẹ̀-èdè káàárọ̀ òjìrì? Iná Ọlọ́run máa jó gbogbo yín tẹ́ pera yín ní wòlíì yẹn tẹ́ ń gbàdúrà fún Bọ́lá Tinubu. Ẹ mú orúkọ mi lọ sí anywhere tó bá wọ̀n yín, because Ọlọ́run ò rán yín ní iṣẹ́ yẹn. God has not sent you that message to come and pray for him. There is a curse. Èló ló gbé fún yín? Ẹ̀yin náà tún ti lọ ta ọjọ́ iwájú àwọn ọmọ yín. Ṣé Rẹ̀mí Tinubu ló gbé owó wá fún yín ni? Àbí owó tí Bọ́lá Tinubu tó jí tó yẹ kán fi tún gbogbo life àwọn ọmọ yín àtàwọn ọmọ generation yín tán tí bí kán fi ṣe nǹkan rere sílẹ̀ fún wọn? Ṣé rí pórí àwọn eléyìí ò pé? Ṣé rí pé orí wọn ò pé o? Àwọn olórí burúkú tó ń da Nàìjíríà rú nìyẹn o. Bó ṣe wà nínú Christianity náà wà nínú ìmàle náà o. Bó ṣe wà nínú Christianity, as they are in Christianity, that is how they are inside Islam too. All these moronic people that called themselves clergymen, they are satanic agents. They are not men and women of God. They are angels of Lucifer, servants of Lucifer, not the servants of the pure white glowing God that I know. They're not. See, these are your problems. Our problem tẹ́ ní nìyẹn o. Àwọn nǹkan tó yẹ kí n máa rán nìyẹn o. Torí ẹ̀, okay, let me do this. Bóyá àwọn èèyàn yẹn bóyá wọ́n tí rí dáadáa. Ẹ jẹ́ n wò bóyá, okay, no, let me get this. I'm looking for you, white case. Yeah, I never thought. Let me see. I think you should be somewhere here, actually, Waikis. Okay. In the meantime, let me see this whilst I'm looking for Waikis. No, I'm not going to do that. Let me bring that inside the MP4 player. Let me do that, and then I'll look for it. Let's do this. Yeah, I'll then try and bring in YKs, a nation of extreme poverty.
This is happening live at HALLO Road. People are scooping palm oil from a fallen. This is live, palm oil, live. Live at HALLO Road, opposite Dipco. You can see the level of hunger in this country. Take the opportunity of this thing here. This is Jabo, the HALLO Road. May God save us.
Support for the governor is just so much everywhere. His Excellency Governor Yoson Weekend, live in London. You can see the buses. So some people don't say it's Photoshop. I'll be photo video.
Nah, oh, gas now. Oh, it's gas. Oh, no fuel. Oh, no fuel. Why are you not server? Hey, they love what I on it to where the road. Friday electrical. Boys are in Agamu, a little bit of villages of Agabazijan. Who can tell you? Contract only lie. I am not a player. Wow, China Road. My follower ways. Good. Oh, wow.
You can clearly see that. 62 years after independence.
Men on each other road. On my way coming back from Benin now, I'm going to Newi. When I forgot to go to ready. Trailer with the zero. Magani ilo baby boy. When I forgot to go This is happening live. With the lag of the Agamu, I need to go now. I will go up when I finish my journey. I see.
You can clearly see the classroom. That's the way they educate your children.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Arosa Primary School.
See, this is how they train your children.
Baba Road. I'm here this morning because I came to park my car at the compound and I saw some children. So I thought maybe it was an abandoned school. Only for me to find out that it's a functional school and kids are actually having class. Right now they're in break. As you can see, it's raining and this is a class where people are. This is a class where people are taking, children are taking lecture. In the heart of Benin, this is a class where children are taking lectures. Something like this is not good. This is not good at all. The government has to come to the rescue of this school right now because this is appalling. This is really, really appalling. Children are inside the rain. Children are inside the rain taking classes in this school. This is an embarrassment to us. This is an embarrassment to Nigeria. This is wrong. This is completely wrong. This is the school. I was shocked to find out that this is a school where children take classes. You know, that's the school where children take lectures. I mean, I'm short of words. I'm really, really short of words. I'm shocked. You know? When they break, one class. This one for the first one. I want to take class for here. So you see, everywhere is raining. And the kids have no way to move to, so a lot of them are outside because they cannot even have there's practically no roof over their head anymore, you know. And this is supposed to be a school. This is supposed to be a school. This
See?
Really
62 years after independence. Ladies and gentlemen,
from their classes, there are no
welcome
chairs, there are no tables, and
to a nation
there's no floor for them to sit down.
of hopelessness.
This is again, what's this school name again? Only House of Primary School. Where is it located?
Adams Oshiomhole was governor for 8 years there.
Okay. Well, this. So this. What about this class? Completely collapsed. This class collapsed. Now, wow. So how do people manage to take classes? Your former class. What class are you? My sis. So how are you for managing only that one class now? For my 5 and for my 6. Wait, calm down.
You see?
You're already a bit now. So when it's working like this now, was that your own class? This is unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
unbelievable. Man, go check on that class. So now when I get 6 class before, so now all these class don't fall. So now only these 2 I'm gonna use now, just 2 class. From my 1 to my 6. In 1 class. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me apologize. Let me apologize to people. I'm so sorry. This is a disgrace. Seriously. This is. You see?
Yeah, God, this is the message. I fear no man. The Lord is my shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd. My shepherd. Kings of war, kings of war, kings of war, kings of war. Only kings of war, kings of war. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ó ní kí n sọ fún wọn kí wọ́n ronú pìwàdà o. Ó ní kí n sọ fún wọn bóun ò fẹ́ kú ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ o. Ó ní kí n sọ fún wọn kan tú aláìṣẹ̀ sílẹ̀ o. Tí wọn ò bá gbọ́ o, òjò ìdájọ́ á rọ̀ lé wọn lórí. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ó ní kí n sọ fáwọn tí wọ́n láwọn lálágbára. Ó ní kí n sọ fáwọn tí wọ́n ní àyànfẹ́ lára. Ó ní kí n sọ fábá kí wọ́n ronú pìwàdà o. Tí wọ́n ò bá gbọ́ o, òjò ìdájọ́ á rọ̀ lé wọn lórí. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ó ní kí n sọ fún wọn kí wọ́n ronú pìwàdà o. Ó ní kí n sọ fún wọn bóun ò fẹ́ kú ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ o. Ó ní kí n sọ fún wọn kan tú aláìṣẹ̀ sílẹ̀ o. Tí wọn ò bá gbọ́ o, òjò ìdájọ́ á rọ̀ lé wọn lórí. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán. Ìdájọ́ Ọlọ́run ti dé tán. Sí ìjọba aláìgbọràn. Ìdájọ́ Olúwa ti dé tán.
Ẹ wo báyìí gbogbo ní àwáyé o. Ẹ wo báwo làwọn tó ń tajà ń bíbá ẹ̀ báwo ni wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ tà lọ́pọ̀ Sanwó-Olú. Ẹ wo ṣé àwọn tó wà ń bíbá ẹ̀ ṣé ẹ wo báyìí gbogbo rẹ o we can't go. Mo lọ ṣe ìkọ́nà ẹ̀ sìn ẹ wo mo láti gbé.
Yes, thank you very much, YKs. That is the state. You are. Terrible state. See, many of the things that I saw that I believed, no, this shouldn't be like this. This is not the way they run a country. You see, I will mention a few names. Dr. Tafida's special assistant, Dalhatu Saraki Tafida, our former High Commissioner to the United Kingdom. He's special assistant at the time. A guy by the name of Shola Enikonlaye, entered into the same trousers with me time after time. Ṣùgbọ́n there's a proverb in Yoruba language that says, "Àgbò méjì kò lè mọmi nínú kòtò kan náà." Two rams cannot drink water from the same well. Ìkan máa kan ìkan pa ni. I was too tough for them, too thick-skinned for many of them. 15 years ago, you heard, 15 years ago. Because on truth, equity, and justice, I stand. And nothing will change or shake me from disseminating the right to liberty and to freedom. Nothing is going to change me for that. And I'm not going to compromise. I've never compromised, and I'm not going to do it, because at the end of the day, at the end of my life, my sojourn, my journey, this plane of existence, I'm not coming to account to you for everything that we do. Even if we have to work and we have to run our business, we have to make account. We have to submit account to the company's house in England and Wales at the end of each trading year. So also when we die, we give account to the Maker, because he sent you, he sent me, sent each and every one of us for a purpose. That's why the gift he imbibed and he built in you is different from my own gift. Our gifts can never be the same. You cannot separate your physical existence from your spiritual existence. Both of them work hand in hand. In fact, your spiritual existence is the more you should take care of. But you see, many of your politicians, rogue, armed robbers, daylight, armed robbers, the Sarakis, the Tinumbus, the Atikus, the Babangidas, all of them, the Obasanjos, the Abdul Salam Abubakars, the Gowons, all those leaders, there are few exceptions that did gallantly well, but many of them are just moronic elements, and I beg to be corrected on this, and none of them can take me up. None. Because they know that is the truth. And what nobody else can talk about. Frank Bello will talk about that, because my father fought. I'm fighting. My own son, who will be 26, my last child, who will be 26, April this year, is picked up the same battle, the same struggle, the same fight. See, 3 generations of men in a row, in one family, fighting for a decapitated nation. A nation so hopeless amongst committee of nations in the world that even Lilliputians in the other parts of the world continue to ridicule them. And you said you are proud of that, and you are shouting Tinumbu, Tinumbu, Tinumbu. Are you not stupid? You are stupid. When I continue to say to many of you, before the advent of the social media, I used to appear regularly on Ben television, and I used to beg you, Lord, please utilize your tongue well. That is your power. Let me tell you a story, and I'll remind many of you. You see, in 20 I think it was between 2018 and it was 2018. 2018, before the general elections. Many of those that landed themselves lucrative broadcast who call themselves agitators, they don't know, they don't have a clue of what Yoruba Nation was. Some of them don't even know anything about your political setups and the way politics is played or is being played. Suddenly find themselves in the middle of a struggle. Some of them disseminated the wrong information to people. I was listening to a podcast and still cannot fathom the fact that many of you are still in darkness this day and age. Some of you doesn't even know that some people who married themselves as Yoruba Global Directorate are fraudsters. I don't care what anybody is going to say. And I'm not going to step down. I'm not going to step down from telling the world, from telling you that Professor Banji Akintoye was equally a fraudster. You've been Scooby-Dooed. All of them. Anybody can take me up on this, but that is the truth. Because I continue to hammer in to try and correct the wrongs. And the question I was posing at the time, to which many of you were not listening to, which is now one of the biggest cause of concern for many of you, is the fact that I posed questions. Is Banji Akintoye the only Yoruba leader we've got in Yoruba land? Why is Banji Akintoye not working in unison to unite all other leaders together, to call them to a roundtable meeting, to tell them, look, let's bury our differences. This is about Yoruba land. Banji Akintoye doesn't want to deal, doesn't want anything to deal with the rest of the Yoruba leaders, thinking he's the only one. Is that not fraud? The biggest fraud. And then they started asking you for money. Then Gani Adams too came into the scene. Sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ gba owó kí pé ẹ fẹ́ ja ogun, ẹ fẹ́ ja gbogbo ẹ̀. Fraud. Many saw this agitation as a money-making exercise. Àṣírí gbogbo yín tí ń tú lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan. Gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní star bara yín lẹ́yìn tẹ́ ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀. Àṣírí yín tí ń tú gbogbo àwọn tán. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń star bara yín lẹ́yìn. That's not the way to fight for a self-determination. Yes, to fight for that self-determination, we need to utilize every weapon. We need to utilize politics. We need to utilize everything, every available options, and we need to gather ourselves with one unity, the love for our land and the love for ourselves. No love. Don't let me keep mentioning names. Etiwa Daru. But then Frank Bello was the only one, was the odd man out. And I carried on with my own. Shetiri. And I think I streamed the show at some point in time. And I said, I am beginning to see that the Yoruba nation is becoming a farce. This was last year. after Banji Akitoye dissolved Yoruba World Congress to tell us there's nothing called Yoruba World Congress, and then stabbings from left, right, and center. This one formed Yoruba World Assembly, that one formed. The other one thought, somebody else in England happens to be the machinery of Yoruba World Congress in the UK, and as such, that one too in England, quickly registered Yoruba World Assembly, but so messed up. And then it got to a situation, at the Yoruba Diplomatic Service, in England, a country that's never been bathed, a country that you are still fighting to get your nation, and you said you've established your fraud. I won't be party to all this fraud. I am too much inside, and there's so many fraud. I cannot just. There are some things I'm not supposed to say in public, but I just kept them. But inside me, ìbànújẹ́ nínú ọkàn mi. Ẹ wo bí àwọn Yorùbá, ẹ wo bó ṣe ń dára wọn, ẹ wo bó ṣe ń gúnra wọn lẹ́yìn. Yes. Do you want me to tell you the number of spiritual attacks I've encountered over the period of this agitation? You know? But like I said, Frank Bello is a thick-skinned. Alajalola, thank you. Frank Bello is a thick-skinned. And guess what? Mi ò bẹ̀rù èèyàn. Ọlọ́run ọba nìkan ni mo bẹ̀rù. Mi ò bẹ̀rù ẹ̀dá. Mi ò bẹ̀rù èèyàn. The worst that can happen when my fellow human being confronts me, either physically or spiritually, is is either I die or that person should die. It's death. And if I die, kẹ́niyẹn náà má kú mọ́. But on truth, liberty, equity, justice, and fairness for all, I stand. Àwọn tó ń purọ́, àwọn tó ń rẹ́yàn jẹ, àwọn tó ń gba nǹkan ní nǹkan, àwọn tó ń bá tí ọbọ làkejì wọn jẹ́, they can never be friends with me. I can never be friends with them. I have certain family values, principles in life, and ethics. You heard. Want to die in Ajoiro. And that was why since last year I continue to say, am I dying in Ajoiro? And I want those that does not even know anything. Let me tell you, in 2018, perhaps it is too late now, because Frank Bello is not interested in any 2023. Forget it. I am not bloody interested in any 2023 in that useless, God-forsaken nation, the hell on the surface of this planet called Nigeria. I'm not interested in 2023. My own personal interest is let them throw us a referendum instead of the 2023 elections. Had they got everything right now, in 2018, let me go back to 2018. I'm going to mention Ayogundemu citizen AY. In Kotemi àti Ẹ̀jíjọ sọ ní kọ̀rọ̀ lórí telephone. I will tell you, in 2018, because Ayogundimu does not know how things work, in 2018, what David Hamilton is now preaching was what I was preaching in 2018. Because as at that time, Citizen AY Ayogundimu was more of an Omoyele Sowore man. I saw the future even in 2018. I saw the future in 2018, to which I was discussing with Ayogundimu that revolution will kickstart in Nigeria. In 2018, when Omoyele Sowore put a center stage, I wasn't an Omoyele Sowore man. I will tell you the truth. I picked up the phone, and I think I did make an appearance on Ayogundimu's Citizen AY's show too, to which I spelt it out to Ayogundimu that Ayogundimu, go tell Omoyele Sowore, your man, to forget about the presidency. Leave the presidency to those people. Within your party that you guys formed, assemble all yourselves in the grassroots, hijack the Federal House of Reps and the Senate. Let Omoyele Sowore put himself up for Senate. And then from that party and from other parties that are ready to work alongside with you, younger ones in the north and in the east and across the nooks and crannies of Nigeria, may liaise with them. Gbogbo yin po, hijack House of Reps at the Senate. I said there is every indications, because they are not going to contest under one of those useless parties such as APC and PDP that will ask them for their blood for 20 million to buy form. Lower the rates of your forms, maybe 5,000, 10,000 naira. Conduct primaries. Elect people through primaries that will represent each unit, each ward. Maintain the grassroots. Even if MC Oluomo and Koko Zaria and Sego, their domain is just purely Mushi, Lagos Island, and Oshodi. They cannot spread their tentacles to the other parts of the country. It is not possible, because they haven't got the structures. They cannot instruct other transport association in other parts. There will be clashes. Hijack. I told Ayogundimu, go tell Omoyele Sowore, hijack the House of Reps and the Senate. And once the House of Reps, which is very easy at the time, is hijacked, you guys are ready for a revolution. Because if you have the numbers from the Reps and Senate, you can impeach whosoever becomes the president. The vice president, maybe from the same party, yes, the same party, then becomes president. You impeach that one too. Because if the president is impeached, as you guys, you've hijacked the Federal House of Reps and the Senate. If the president is impeached, the vice president goes there, second in command, second citizen. And then the Senate president, the third citizen, then becomes the vice president. The president from the other party and Omoyele Sowore probably ended up being the Senate president and now vice president. Well, then they will impeach the vice president too. Then Omoyele Sowore will then get there as president. They've taken machinery of the government. Ayogundimu said, Edmond Frank, no. We won the presidency outright. I gave him that calculations. It is all about, see, the game of politics is like playing a card game. How many of you know this card game called What's? It's about that. Numbers. And it is about using your head. It is a game. Politics is a game of numbers. And if you have the numbers, you'll definitely win. Ayogundimu. You see, I'm just telling you guys. These were the things that went behind closed doors, and many people probably don't know. Presidency, Kuligete. But now, as for me, it is, if I don't even want to hear 2023. The only thing is just give us a referendum instead of that general elections. I hope I have not really bored you guys too much today. I know it's been I know it's not been very easy. Yes, I know it's not been very easy for many of you, especially those of you that are up there. Those of you up there that you are in Nigeria and you have to burn your data away, we'll be rounding up the stream, but let's go for a break. Yes, okay, guys, let me seize the opportunity to thank each and every one of you from the depth of my heart for tuning in to watch the live stream. It's been extremely ruthless. I hope it's not that bad. The most terrible portion or part that really made me angry was that caption from our abled man in Oyo State. Not only he's not doing a great job, not only in Oyo State but across Ilekaro Jiri. My prayers, my thoughts are with Alhaji Hamzat Oriyomi, and God will continue to bless him for all those good works he's doing for the people. God is the rewarder of man. See, God will bless his hands because he's blessing souls that are bruised. And rather than these stupid, ruthless leaders to look after their own, staking it on board to impact life and then to change the way things are done. Alhaji Hamzat Oriyomi, God bless you. Unfortunately, I don't have a Nigerian passport to visit Nigeria, but I hope and I pray to God Almighty that inshallah we shall definitely meet at some point in time when we realize our dreams. It is well. The time as we round up today is 22:46 day, Tuesday, the 25th day of the first month of January 2022. We've just finished treating episode 145 of The Bleeding Edge. On behalf of the crew and everyone, I want to send out my deepest love and appreciation to each and every one of you who, on the other hand, you've taken your time to listen to raw gist as you have all sailed away with me from the beginning of this cruise to the end. Yes, I've been on air 2 hours 33 minutes. Thank you guys for watching the stream. We're going to do it again at some point in time. Yes, we're going to screw it up, and we will be going straight into the next stream into episode 146. Things are pretty developing very, very fast. You have to catch up. Take good care of yourselves, and we're going to do it again. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please click the thumb up and then subscribe, and then click on the bell icon, and anytime you'll be alerted. If you're watching the stream from HALLO magazine, Yemi Foluke, such as Yemi Foluke, Amina Olayinka, Alaji, Aremosho Alade, if you have not clicked the like button, click the like button and then following, and then anytime I come live, you will be alerted and you'll be reminded constantly. If you're watching it on Liberty Media Communications as well, do the same. If you prefer to watch it from my personal page, which I wouldn't advise you, do the same thing. Just click following, and anytime I come live, you guys will get the alert. Yes, we are going to screw it up next time, just the way we've been doing it. Take extra care of yourselves as we go into the midweek tomorrow. I wish you God's blessing. I wish you God's love. And I wish you all the good things that I wish for myself as well. God bless you as we bring the stream to an end. Thank you for watching. Stay cool, and until next time, take good care of yourselves. Good night.